Good day, Esty. In the end, it wasn't looking like it. What time should we say? 4:45.
Yeah.
It was looking very, very ropey. But by 6:30, the table wasn't looking too bad at all.
Oh, I was so angry with them. I was so angry with them. Like, you know, like when your mum's like really disappointed in you, and you get that that glare. Like, I'm not even disappointed. I'm just genuinely angry. And by hook or by crook, we come through it. Mad day, especially with what happened after. But we made hard work of it. But I suppose you're going to get games like that, and I think we just got to remember sometimes that while you don't want to do that every week, our home record, the one thing that was going in the back of my mind going, our home record's really good, you know.
Yeah, we don't get beat here.
Our home record's really good. And then once we got the fourth felt inevitable, and it was weird, and it was very, very similar to last year. And I know we ended up losing the game, but Brentford away in the game we ended up losing. There was like 5 minutes after we scored the first.
Yeah.
It was just like this tidal wave. And it never happened, but it happened for us. And you look back at that game and you look at the goals. If you watch that game on the highlights reel, you think, what a game. But the fact of the matter is, it was basically crap.
Yeah.
We scored 4 good goals.
But it was mad the first half. I was thinking at half time, I was like, it's 2-2, and like there's not been like loads of chances. No. Like we scored obviously a couple of worldies, free kick and the McAllister one, and then they scored the first time. They even crossed the halfway line. They scored, didn't they? So it was like it's 2-2, and like if you saw that, you think, oh, mad open game, but it wasn't really.
No, not at all. I think they only had 4 or 5 shots on target and scored 3. It was a bit of a weird one. Like the one thing I would say is that every single goal, if you're sitting down and watching it, the coaching staff will be going, I don't think it's a massive issue, because we were constantly under pressure. There were individual mistakes.
Yeah.
Which is what I think we mentioned this before. It's been a theme this season when we tend to concede. It's not a systemic problem.
Yeah, you're not like, oh, because we're doing this with this player and stuff like that. Like,
yeah. So the first goal, you know, and I know he redeems himself somewhat with his thunder bastard, but McAllister loses Harry Wilson. The line's a bit wrong. It goes through the keeper's legs. He's a bit unlucky. I've heard some criticism of Keller for the first. I'm not having it. Point blank, goes through his legs. Then we go up the other end. McAllister scores a worldie. Free kick, by the way, Trent's free kick. Adidas are absolutely made up, by the way. Like they're marketing fellas like this. Oh, go ahead, lads.
Yeah, Christmas come early.
Even though you can't buy the boots.
Well,
you can't buy the boots, which is mad. And then McAllister scores. You're thinking, all right, yeah, get to half time. I thought it's 2-1. We'll get in half time. And we'll probably win 4-2, 5-2, whatever it sounds. And then the second is, it's a mess. It's a mess. Now, whether we should have allowed them to get contact on from the set piece or not, it's debatable. But Keller should do much better. I mean, much better. He moves. What's worrying for me? And look, Andy's talking goalie ball, blah blah blah.
That's right.
But he seemed nervous, and when I say he seemed nervous, if you watch it back, he moves too early. He moves too early, and he like approaches the ball on the first header. But if he just stands still, it comes to him. And because he does what he does, he throws himself past the ball. Like the ball, the header, even if the header doesn't get a touch off Tete, it's rolling straight to him. He can just fall on it. But he goes too early and gets himself in a right mess. And you could see his head was gone, because about 3 minutes after that he messes up a fairly straightforward back pass as well. And so I'm in 2 minds after the game now. I'm thinking, right, okay, mentally, how he responds mentally is massive now. So we can either, the best goalkeepers go, right, I've had my bad game, good, I've got out my system, it's gone.
Yeah.
Or the alternative is, it's playing on your mind. And you carry it into the next game. I mean, there's no evidence either way with Queeve, and I like to think, because with the coaching staff, and listen, you're not at Liverpool unless you're switched on. You can just flush it and it's gone.
He seems a very calm guy, doesn't he?
Well, he does, but that's what worried me after the game. He clearly wasn't calm. He was making hasty decisions. The back pass where he just slices it and we get away with it. Didn't have much to do second half. He made the save low to his left, which is fairly tidy and regulation, but the fact that he made it after what happened in the first half maybe just calmed him a bit. it's just Kelleher's brilliant at everything else. All the components of being a goalkeeper, he's brilliant apart from, and I hope this isn't clipped because you need to take it in the context, the actual goalkeeping bit worries me. Like the base,
the fundamentals
of it. Everything else is kicking, his calmness, his assurance is good, coming for crosses. He's very vocal. But I look back at that 2 now, the Toulouse game, he wasn't great. And then this again. But hopefully, that's out of his system. I'm going to go to Sheffield United. Whether they've got a new manager at time of recording, they probably have done.
Well, they're sacking him today. That's the talk, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Athletic got wind of it, saying like basically he's been sacked. It's not been announced yet, but it'll come today. Whether they replace him, or whether, well, I mean, they are going to replace him obviously eventually, but whether they replace him for Wednesday or we get a sort of caretaker, we'll have to wait and see. But it's not going to be that manager. I don't know. I think a lot's made out of new manager bounce, isn't it? But you know, for the 1 or 2 times where it has been a thing, there's been like 10 others where you just go the other way. Because there's a reason that people are sacked managers normally, and it's because you've just been beat 5-0 by Burnley.
Well, yeah. I mean,
unless I'm saying that if you're Warner gets the job tomorrow, I'll just start shitting myself.
Well, it's a whole don't think of a Pink Elephant thing. Pink Elephant, new manager bounce. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We should take care of them. Hopefully, with the way the game ended yesterday, there'll be a bit of a. Wasn't that great, but can we not do that again? Yeah,
let's not be complacent going into this one. Let's make sure we're on it and we're playing properly. We're not giving soft balls away that can lead to chances and all that.
Yeah, we should be easy enough. We should be, we should have more than enough to get through it. And then we go to Palace away. But I mean, back to, it sounds like I've just made a negative of the last game. What a last 5 minutes. I saw Kevin Shimon, who some of us know.
He's a steward,
He's a steward, yeah, and he does our section, he does my gate. I've known Kevin for about 25 years, lovely fella. And I come out and I just shook my head and he burst out laughing. I said, what are you laughing at? He went, the 500 dickheads who left at 3-2.
Well, he'd have counted them all
out. Yeah. So that was great, but I mean, but when it went 3-3, I mean, I don't know how you felt about it, but it just felt like, and I said there in the show, it just felt like come on.
Yeah.
But even the way they raced back to the centre circle, and then as soon as they kicked off,
grabs the ball, does it?
But as soon as Fulham kicked off, they were like right at them. I mean, I've seen a clip online of the full 2 minutes between the 2 goals, and by the time they finished showing the replay of the 3rd goal, we're already back in possession, which is brilliant. You know what I mean? There's like, you can tell they believe, which is massive.
No, it is massive, and as soon as they get that 3rd, I think everyone believes as well, and that's huge. And Fulham probably, fucking hell.
Fuck's sake, yeah.
Yeah, we maybe, if they'd have been in stoppage time, then maybe we'd have held out for the draw, but, looking at it, 87, they probably sort of knew as well. And like you say, you don't want to just assume it'll always happen, because for the players, they need to make it happen, but it is a really positive thing that we do have this, that never say die, and misbelief, and like you say at Anfield especially, that we win here, that's what we do, and he did it.
Well, what was surprising though, and I don't know what your opinion is on this day, up until Endo scored, I thought we were plodding, I thought we were disappointing. I mean, Klopp made his changes, went 4-2-4 basically in the end, and I was sitting there thinking, this isn't working, we've given up any kind of control in the midfield. I mean, what do I know? But there was no agency about it. I'm not saying that they weren't aware of it, well, like maybe it was they were trying to figure out the formation or whatever, but I just couldn't see it happening.
Yeah. And no, I didn't think the formation change worked either, but we scored 2 goals. So what do we want?
But what a let off, by the way, when Trent bagged the winner. I haven't felt a let off like that and the fact it was him as well.
Yeah.
And I'm loving this new. I'd love to ask him what it's about though. I thought it was just the way
it was about like his niece, so he's got a new niece or something, and there's something to do with like that. But I don't know whether she does that or what. But that's apparently the talk. But he was laughing while he did it. But did you see Sean Rodgers' Twitter?
I did. Brilliant.
Unbelievable.
Really good.
Do you know what? Because I saw that video before the game when Never Clocked It was him, and John Bradley, another friend of the show, tweeted it, and he was saying, wait till you see Darwin's hair, and all the time was Darwin's hair. But then I saw there was this family and all the team high-fiving, and where they are, that's like, no one can get there. It's like the team bus comes through and there's a reason that they're only there. And you know what? Cynical me thought, some American family, they'll know over from Boston, they'll know FSG, how have they got there and stuff like that, you can't get there. And I didn't even clock who it was, because like, you know, you're looking at the players and you're looking at basically the interaction, you know, with the kids and stuff. I didn't clock it was Sean's family. I met his dad as well, and so like when I found out it was Sean, I was like, first of all, made up that it was him, because he's like, you know, he deserves it, Sean. He's a brilliant fella. People will know him from the shows. He does the review show. He does brilliant fella. So it was made up it was him. But also I was like, I'm just made up as just a normal family. We've just had this like incredible experience, rather like somebody maybe doesn't know who they are or whatever. And yeah, it was magnificent.
Listen, the club get loads of things wrong, but they get plenty of things right.
Yeah.
They don't get showcased, and it was a beautiful moment. What I loved about it as well is that didn't try and jump on the back of it or make a big deal of it.
Yeah, it's just gone out because it's out.
It's just gone out because it's out. And just the reaction of them when they're walking past, they're not just going, oh,
yeah. And now the players are class,
yeah. And that's boss, you know what I mean? And you're right, Sean's a cracking fella. He works hard, and he's had a bit of a, one thing, he'll be upset me saying he's had a bit of a tough time as well.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So for that, it's brilliant. Really, really good. I'm going to bang on about Trent again.
Okay, mate.
If that's all right with you.
Yeah, sure.
There's been a narrative about him and Stephen and playing in midfield. I've never seen a more Gerrard moment than the winner. Like, it's 3-3, everyone's hackles it up. It's so easy. I mean, Endo's finish is brilliant as well in the circumstances. But the calmness, if you watch the goal, but there's some brilliant footage that LFC put out from behind the goal. And the calmness.
Yeah, Ricky Beer's got it. Brilliant fella.
Again.
Yeah.
Of the finish, the presence of mind, and even just to get it past the defender, because the defender stood like that right in front of him. He knew exactly what he was doing, and there's some brilliant, another great fella, Dave Rawcliffe. Dave got some great photos of the shot.
Class.
And it's just technique. You look at Trent's face and the concentration, technique and execution is first class. And then good enough it goes and he loses his shit, which is, acceptable.
Yeah, there's a celebration of it. Normally he's like, you know, he's a cool guy, Trent is, and he's doing that, or whenever he's doing something cool. That was pure like playground, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't do that slide on a playground. You'd have to do it on the grass, but it was pure. Like when you're a kid, what you'd imagine, you know, scoring a last-minute winner at the Cop End, and yeah, he just turns into like a 10. You know, they've done that. Adidas, when they've done this Predator thing, they've been, you know, showing the pictures of him as a kid, and it was like that kid again. Do you know what I mean? Having that moment, and it's reminded just how boss foot he is.
Reminded me of Fowler doing that into the net when he scored against Newcastle.
Yeah.
I remember. So how do you think you talked about was it quarter 4 or quarter 5? I lose all track of time. Quarter 4.
Quarter 4, how we felt.
How do you think City fans were feeling at quarter 4?
Well, I did have a laugh about this on the post-match audio show. I did say, like, imagine. No, it was on the Daily Diary. I get confused.
So I didn't even know that. Couldn't listen to it.
Yeah, and it's not out yet. I literally just said to you before we had this. I'll be out later for the audio. And, you know, I talked about that. Because they'll have all been in the pubs around the ground watching it, going, yeah, fucking Scousers are dropping points here, and then boom, and suddenly they're fucking. Last year he'll get in the ground and stuff like that, and then see that referee masterclass at the end.
Superb,
it was mad. I really don't know what happened. I will say, to be fair to you, man, I don't think anyone expect when Haaland's on the floor going away from goal. I don't think anyone expects him to jump up and play that pass like. But I fucking hate it.
Listen, let's be straight here. It's an absolute mess of a decision. Which makes it even sweeter.
It's so hard.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
So I've got a guilty pleasure.
No.
A guilty pleasure. This one's broadcastable. So I infrequently keep an eye on a certain Everton forum. And
just the one, or
just the one. It's one who my mate used to run on still, whatever.
Everton in moderation,
Everton in moderation. And I just thought last night it was bored. She's got I'm a celeb on, can't stand it, blah blah. So I just have a little thing. And someone on this forum put up Fulham winning 3-2 at the Tin Mine, and literally within 10 seconds, don't you dare invoke the Istanbul Protocol. What have you done? What have you done? Like basically the manifested us winning it, and then as the goals go in, and there's like about 40 replies to this post. It's your fault. It's all your fault. I'm just like, brilliant. Absolutely love it. Like grown men arguing On Nid
over who scores goals in another game.
Yeah.
The team you don't support.
Yeah.
That's footy, innit? We're all mad.
I know, it's great, isn't it? But there you go. How was your weekend?
Really good, really nice. Topped off when the Reds win, it's always good then.
Looking forward to tonight?
Yeah, we got the awards. Funnily enough, I was just thinking about this because with the FSA Awards, thanks to them for nominating it, we're up for Club Podcast of the Year. But the 6 nominated, and one of the other ones is Fulhamish. Jack. Boss lads. Yeah, Jack Collins, Sammy, really good lads. But obviously, like, at 3-2, I'm thinking, like, oh, fucking hell, they're going to be, like, taking the piss here. But now I'm going to have to, like, you know, make sure I'm not really like that sort of person anyway. Like,
see, there's a reason you're going and I'm not. You're irresistibly sound in old company, whereas I just couldn't help myself.
Go like that.
Yeah.
Go dressed as Cheds.
There you go.
But no, Sam. No, the good lads. I'm looking forward to seeing them, and hopefully they'll be alright with the last one. But fingers crossed you win. Nice one to everyone for voting for us. We'll see how we get on.
Perfect.